Welcome back to Scout Report, where today we're looking at the numbers behind 3 players who have managed to turn their career trajectories around this season. And where else could we possibly start our story of redemption than in Barcelona, a club looking to rediscover their former glory. Let's go. Ousmane Dembele. Rewind to January and it seemed impossible to believe that Ousmane Dembele had a future in Xavi's Barcelona. The Frenchman had just rejected the Blaugrana's latest contract offer after receiving reduced terms, all but confirming he's set to leave as a free agent this summer. But the powers that be at Barcelona weren't interested in waiting that long. The club's director of football, Mathieu Almani, revealed that Dembele and his agent had been told they had to leave immediately in the winter window, adding, "We do not want to have with us players who are not committed to the project and who don't want to be at Barcelona." Almani even went on to say that this was the opinion of Xavi and not just the club. Dembele, however, refused to budge, and no move materialised. Then, in an extraordinary statement, the winger accused Barcelona's hierarchy of trying to blackmail him, before going on to say he was still committed to the club. True or not, the 24-year-old looks set for a difficult few months on the sidelines. Yet, rather than plummet towards a bitter divorce, the bond between the pair appears stronger than ever, with Dembele producing some of his best football yet at the Camp Nou. Since the start of February, Dembele has played 9 times for the club, started on 3 occasions, scored 1 goal and registered 5 assists. That includes 1 goal and 2 assists in a game-changing cameo against Athletic Club, before bagging another couple of assists in a recent clash with Osasuna. He's now the 3rd highest assist maker in La Liga on 7, behind Oscar Trejo of Rayo Vallecano and Karim Benzema, despite only appearing for 676 minutes. Against Osasuna, Dembele played 90 minutes for just the 11th time in La Liga since the start of the 2018-19 campaign. And beyond the goal contributions, he was good value for every moment on the pitch. He posted 4 shots and a massive 5 key passes, whilst also completing both of his attempted dribbles. Dembele even won 3 from 4 tackles attempted, over 3 times his average of 0.9 per match, showing a dedication and work rate not seen from the player in years. The French international also completed 86% of his passes and touched the ball 93 times against Los Frejillos. That's just 3 fewer touches than the other starting forwards Aubameyang and Ferran Torres managed between them, and demonstrates the confidence that is flowing through Dembele. According to expected goal chain per 90, the measure of expected goals for every possession a player is involved in, Dembele is playing his part in 1.2 goals per 90. Considering his career average is already an impressive 0.75, that's a huge leap. 6.5 shots and key passes per 90 is also a record high for the former Dortmund man, who is quickly becoming the club's go-to creator in the final third. Barca are reaping the benefits of his good form. They're now undefeated in their last 11 matches in all competitions and haven't lost in La Liga since December 4th. This form has catapulted them to 3rd in the table, with 2nd place Sevilla well in their sights. His negotiating position with Barcelona now looks stronger than ever. Decide to stay and the club might be forced to give him a contract closer to what he's after, but if he does leave, then a whole host of giants will be lining up to take him on. Fingers crossed Dembele can maintain his fitness and finish the season in style. David De Gea. This was supposed to be the season that Dean Henderson finally claimed the number 1 shirt at Manchester United. Back in the summer of 2020, the club had handed the young Englishman a 5-year deal to the tune of $100k per week following a dazzling loan spell at Sheffield United. And Henderson made it clear he wasn't prepared to settle for life on the bench much longer. His dreams looked to be coming true after he started 10 of the final 12 league games last season to earn a call-up for the England squad. That came at the expense of David De Gea, who'd been a shadow of his former self. The Spaniard endured a disastrous season by his lofty standards, conceding 32 times at a rate of 1.25 goals a match. That was despite facing just 2.3 shots on target a match, the lowest amount in his entire league career bar the 2016-17 campaign, earning him a bang average save rate of 67.1%. For context, that was his worst since his debut season with Atletico Madrid, and a whole 13.5% down on his best save rate back at Old Trafford in the 17-18 campaign. Penalties also emerged as the Achilles heel in his game. Between 2016 and 2021, De Gea faced 18 penalties in the league and failed to save one of them. It meant when their Europa League final against Villarreal careered towards the dreaded spot kicks, few had much faith in the Spain international to step up. Sure enough, the Yellow Submarine netted 11 of their penalties before De Gea himself missed the decisive effort to forfeit the title. So the stage was set for Henderson to take the reins at Old Trafford, but luck would intervene to hand De Gea a lifeline. Henderson would injure his hip before contracting COVID, causing him to miss not just the Euros, but the start of the new Premier League season. and De Gea hasn't looked back since. With 3.5 saves per 90 from 4.5 shots faced, his save rate has returned to a healthy 72.5%. He may have conceded 40 times in the league so far, but that's not for the lack of effort on his front. According to post-shot expected goals, the measure which calculates how many saves per shot a keeper is expected to make, De Gea has prevented 10.6 more goals than the average goalkeeper, highlighting how their leaky defence is giving up too many high-quality chances. Not only is this the best overperformance of any keeper in the Premier League, but in all of Europe's major leagues, ahead of Walter Benitez of Nice and Manuel Reimann of Bochum. The 31-year-old has gone back to basics to deliver success. He's left his penalty area just 6 times to complete a defensive action, while he's back to launching 53% of his passes long, the most in 3 years, and an indication he's no longer prepared to mess around on the ball. And in a final revelation, De Gea has discovered the power of saving a penalty. From 5 faced this season, the Athletic Youth product has stopped 3, finally bringing his 5-year curse to an end. De Gea not only looks secure in possession as United's number 1, but a shoo-in to collect their Player of the Season award, with the club limping through another forgettable campaign. If that happens, it will be his 4th honours, having last claimed it in 2017-18. De Gea is still a United legend. Meanwhile, Henderson might just have to leave in order to start making history of his own. Philippe Coutinho. It's hard not to enjoy the sight of Philippe Coutinho loving life once more. After stagnating for years over at Barcelona, the Brazilian is proving all of his doubters wrong with some truly exceptional displays for Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard has thrown a loving arm around his former teammate, and Coutinho is returning the affection. From 9 appearances, the former Liverpool star has scored 4 and assisted 3, and now trails just Ollie Watkins for goal involvements in the entire Villa squad. However, that will surely change if Coutinho keeps up his electric form. Gerrard has been deploying the 29-year-old on the left of a front 3, the same position Coutinho enjoyed during his glory years with the Reds, or in the number 10 role behind the striker. It hasn't taken him long to become the focal point of the villains' attack, with Coutinho being targeted with 52.4 passes per match, 7.2 more than Emi Buendia. With the ball at his feet, the Brazilian is dictating play. His 3.2 carries into the final third per 90 is the most in the Villa squad, as is his 2.4 dribbles and 3.1 shots per 90. These numbers aren't as high as his days with Bayern or Barcelona, but they were never going to be an Aston Villa side who averaged just 46% possession, the 6th lowest in the Prem. But that's not stopped Coutinho from producing 1.8 key passes per game, more than double what he managed across the entirety of last season back in Catalonia. In fact, such is the effectiveness of his play, Coutinho is running at a rate of 0.26 expected assists per 90, a figure greater than in his first 4 years at Liverpool and on par with his time at Bayern Munich, which yielded 14 goal contributions from 1,420 bully minutes. With his confidence back, Villa are reaping the benefits. Coutinho is scoring with 40% of his shots on target for the first time in 5 years, while 40% of his dribbles are leading to an effort too. His defensive numbers might have dipped, but with Douglas Luiz, John McGinn or Marvelous Nakamba behind him, Gerrard has given Coutinho license to do what he does best, making things happen in the final third. And the little magician's career revival couldn't have come at a better time. He's always been a favourite of the Brazil boss Tite, and the 60-year-old was quick to bring Coutinho back into the Canaries squad over the new year for the first time since October 2020. A goal against Paraguay in a World Cup qualifier should keep the former Interstar in contention for a future call-up, with Qatar not too far away. Where Coutinho will be playing football next season also remains a mystery. Gerrard has admitted he wants Villa to activate the £33 million option to buy in Coutinho's loan deal. However, if he keeps performing like this, there's a high chance an even bigger side could arrive to snap up the playmaker while they can. Either way, Coutinho is smiling once more. That's all for our scout report this week, but which players did we miss out? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to Euro Football Daily with notifications on, and we'll catch you in the next video.